Is it a TVT? I don't... Let me look. It is another TVT in the bottom right. It is Kukubara. And in the top left, coming off of a loss, barely losing after 2 racks Marauder proxy, it is Kenobi. Actually, not sending 2 SCVs across the map immediately. So we will see what happens from here. I feel like if Kenobi had brought his barracks back after the initial push, getting in, killing the... He killed the barracks, he killed the supply depots, killed a bunch of SCVs. If he had immediately just floated and left, he would have had his barracks home to deal with that Liberator. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in a relatively normal game. SCV coming in, trying to be annoying. I like it. Both SCV scouting, which is interesting to me. Send an SCV to deal with a scout on both sides. But we know it's just one barracks here. No proxies. Now, Kukubara getting a little fancy here. I actually really like this. Building a barracks behind the mineral line here. Trying to be a little sneaky. Kenobi looking to possibly expand soon. Maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot of SCVs on the map. But not checking... Oh! Interesting. So here we have a factory being proxied. And, like, I love this position, too. Like, right in the weeds here. Really like this. Kukubara checking for potential proxies on this path here. Meanwhile, Kenobi saving up for a second base. So I wonder what kind of push this is going to be. Is it going to be like Cyclone or a tank from here? I don't know. Because I find, like, typically when you do proxies like this, you also will proxy a starport and maybe do, like, Banshee. I don't really know what proxy factory can lead into necessarily. It is going to be Tech Lab and an Armory. Very interesting. Very interesting. We have +1 coming in for our bio. I would assume Stim would follow this eventually. Second base is on the way. And we're just going to get a lot of Marines, I assume. So here's Stim. Bunch of Marines are probably going to get queued up. We do have a Reaper on this side of the map. It sees that there is no second base. It saw the reactor coming down. It is going to jump into the main, where we'll meet a few barracks units. Oh, 6 health almost goes down, but doesn't. That's very important. Reaper's going to come home, just barely not seeing these buildings here. And it's going to be a Thor. Oh, I love this. I don't know if I agree with the armor, but this is a very interesting build. If we pull some SCVs with this to repair this, it could be very good. Especially since this factory was super delayed from this opener. Now there's a handful of Marines. Looks like it's going to be going across the map. Here comes SCVs and a handful of Marines on this side. Kukubara not really sure what's going on. I mean, he knows there's no second base. He knows that there's a... I think maybe just assumes there's a proxy. But isn't able to find it quite yet. This positioning was really well done from Kenobi. And all of the units are not at home right now. So Kukubara's going to have to come in from the back. But all of his units are split. The tank is here. Immediately sends the units home, but I don't know if it's going to be in time. There's no barracks, or no bunkers, I mean. This Thor is going to be able to gun down these depots really quickly. And I think if this second depot goes down, it might get supply blocked. Pulling the boys. This is possible to win. I mean, if you can mineral walk and separate the SCVs from the Thor, it might be possible. We're losing a lot of SCVs right now. However, there is a second base for the blue, but there is not a second base for Kenobi. Down to 8 SCVs. The Thor is just one-shotting these, essentially. Everything is dead, and the Thor is still at full health. 1 SCV remaining on this push. Meanwhile, Kenobi is building SCVs back at home. +1 armor is gonna finish. So even if there were units here to defend, now +1 armor is done for this Thor. Gunning down the supply depots, trying to limit the amount of units, but there's just so few units on the map. I don't see a world where this second Thor comes in. There's just no way at this point. Kenobi totally tricking the blue Terran. There is a tank now, but one tank versus this many Thors is just gonna die so quick. Forced to tap out. Kenobi with the tricky build. Proxy factory with an armory with a Thor. Love that. I love that.